the invisible realm, from the realm where you are operating from. For instance, a person can be said to have been blind physically, or a person can be said to have lost everything. Let me use that example. Maybe you are in an environment where it seems as if once they look around you, or once they look around your environment, or maybe you are in a particular room listening to the sound of my voice, or maybe you are in a vehicle at this point listening to me, you look around your life, or you look around the things that are happening around you, and it seems as if it does not go in line, or it does not align with what you actually see in your imaginations, or the things that you have imagined before now. You see, those things are there in your mind as visions. Those things are there in your mind or in your imagination as visions. Even though they are not actually things that you are experiencing at the moment, I want you to believe that whatever imagination that you have at this point of the day, or at this time of the day, it's a vision. Whatever picture that you are seeing in your imagination that you are not seeing as a reality around your life today can be defined as a vision. So that is to let you know that the power of vision, or the place of vision in our lives as individuals, is of utmost importance, maybe, or as an organization, or as a family, because things may not really be going well with you at this time of the day, or things may not really be going well with the way you are thinking in your imagination, or the way you have seen or you have imagined before now, or maybe 2 years back. There are things you are envisioning, or there are things that you have seen. You have envisioned yourself to be maybe in a particular country, or you have envisioned yourself maybe to be married to a particular person, or you have envisioned yourself maybe to start up a particular kind of business. And at this time of the day, when you look around your life, when you look around your environment, it seems as if those imaginations are not really coming forth. I want you to believe that those visions and those imaginations are real. They are 100% real, even though they are not yet realities in your life, or physical realities that everyone could see or everyone could appreciate physically. I want you to believe that those things or those thoughts in your minds can be defined as visions. And I want you to also understand that apart from the fact that you have those imaginations in your mind, you can comprehend in your thoughts a better future, a better family, a better business, a better organization. You see, there is need for you to understand that even though they are not yet realities or physical realities that everyone can feel or touch or know, it's important for you to understand that they are so real in the physical world, just as they are real in your imaginations. So I want you to quickly write down, if you're writing or if you're listening to me, I want you to quickly capture these points. What are the points I want you to capture? One of the things I want you to have at the back of your mind before we are through with this broadcast is that beginning from today, I want you to have that thought in you that your imaginative power, it's your creative ability. Write it down if you're writing. Your imaginative power, it's your creative ability. That is to say, whatever the mind can conceive. I was reading a book by Napoleon Hill, and I saw a statement that he wrote, and he stated, specifically, he said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That talks about the power of vision. It talks about the place of vision. Ability for you to comprehend a better family. Ability for you to comprehend a better bank account. Ability for you to comprehend a better society, a better Nigeria. You see, if you are going to move from where you are or where you are right now, it's as a result of the visions you had in your mind many years back. And where you're going to be in the nearest future will be as a result of the visions that you are able to conceive in your minds today. And one good thing about vision I want you to understand is that nobody has the responsibility of giving you visions, because you have your mind, you have your thoughts, independent of whatever anybody may think about you. Some persons may look at you, for instance, at this time of the day, they will feel you are a failure, that you are you have failed in life, that you cannot amount to anything, or that you have ended as the way they are looking at you. But I want you to understand that through the application of the principle of vision, you can move from where you are to where you have so desired to be. You only need to come to that frequency or to that realm where you begin to understand that by the application of this principle of vision, I can actually move my life from good to better, and I can actually move from better to best. You see, you have heard people say, or people have repeatedly said it in our society, nobody knows tomorrow. And we sing it as a slogan that nobody knows tomorrow. But I want you to understand that in the realms of vision, you can actually know tomorrow. You can actually define how your 2024 December is going to turn out to be through the power of your imagination. You can actually imagine a better Nigeria from where you are listening to me right now. And I want you to understand that every good invention that you see in the world today, or every destructive invention that you see in the world today, were once an imagination that existed in the mind of a person. There are certain great inventions that we enjoy today in our world that has brought development to us or to our environment. Those things or those inventions were once a thought in someone's mind. Now, when you pass or when you drive through the streets of Nigeria, maybe Lagos, Abuja, and you see fine edifices, or you see architectural structures, I want you to understand that before those structures existed in the physical realm, it existed in the mind of someone as a vision. You walk into, or you drive into a filling station today to fill your tank. That filling station you are walking into to fill your tank was once an imagination. It was once a vision in the mind of somebody. So for you to make your world a better place, for you to make an impact, or for you to be distinguished, or for your impact to be felt in your world, you need to come to a place or to the realms of vision. It is vision that distinguishes you from the rest of the world. Vision makes you outstanding. Vision positions you and gives you direction. It shows you the end from the beginning. It shows you the future that you are yet to go into, or that you are yet to experience. That's why I want you to understand that maybe probably you are listening to me as a single person. You are saying, I don't really know what my tomorrow will look like maritally. I want you to know that your tomorrow maritally is going to look like your vision. Nobody is going to impose on you a partner or a spouse that you have not seen in your imagination. So it all begins from your imagination, and it all ends in your imagination. So I want you to begin to think about your life. I want you to begin to look around your life and begin to ask yourself, could it be that it was actually the power of my imagination that brought me to this state? Maybe you were once staying in Abuja, and you moved to Calabar, or you moved to Lagos, and you are beginning to ask yourself, does it mean that it was vision that actually moved me from that particular state where I used to be to another state? Yes. Unknowingly to you, your imagination agreed with whatever suggestion that may came or that may have come from anybody. You may be asking yourself, this job that I'm doing today, or this business that I'm doing today, why am I even in this business, or in this small corner where I'm found, where they are paying me small kobo? I want you to believe and understand that it was your vision that took you to that place. And it is your vision that will take you from there to where you're supposed to be. Vision brought me to where I am today, and I believe that vision will take me to where I will be tomorrow. And this makes you believe that your future is in your own hands. I was talking to some persons this afternoon before I arrived this place, and I was talking to them, Nigerian youth. I told them, I said, there is no point complaining about Nigerian economy, or there is no point complaining about Nigeria as a nation or as a state, because you go to church, you pray that the grace of God prevails over your life. You go to mosque, you pray that the grace of God prevails over your life. And there are a lot of prayers that are going on in different places over your life, and you keep on complaining. Your imagination have not been able to accept and agree with those prayers and those prophecies and those confessions, positive confessions that have been released over your life. And I was telling them, I told them, you, through the power of your imagination, you are making those prayers non-effective in your life. Those informations, those prophecies that are being released over you, you are making them non-effect in your life through the power of your imagination. And I told them, I said, if you can imagine a great nation, if you can imagine making a positive impact in an environment called Nigeria, you will join the team of leaders. You will join the team of transformed and inspired leaders to make excellent change or to make excellent impact in your generation. Yes, you have been complaining about Nigeria, but I want you to understand that every day in Nigeria, there are a lot of inventions. There are a lot of people starting new businesses. There are a lot of people getting new jobs. There are a lot of people getting new opportunities in their environment. And they have maintained a positive mentality and a positive imagination in a dark world. So I want you to understand that if you can understand the role that the vision or the visions that you are, or the thoughts that you are conceiving in your mind, if you understand the power and the effects of those thoughts, then you will begin to realize that you have been made to think only positive thoughts, because your thoughts are the things that will create your realities. I want you to write down few bullets before we wrap up in this second episode. And one of the things I want you to write down very quickly is this. Number one, products and services are visions turned into realities. You go to a supermarket, you see a lot of biscuits, you see a lot of candies, you see a lot of products and services over that are being rendered or that are being sold in those places, and you pay to buy them. I want you to believe me that what you're buying in those supermarkets and what you're buying in those shops were once a vision. It was, those things were once an imagination in the mind of somebody. You see different cars that we buy today, we appreciate different models, we appreciate different products. Those products came as a result of someone sitting down to conceive great thoughts. And those thoughts were transformed into products and services that are solving problems today for mankind. I want you to believe that the problems around your life are waiting for your creative abilities. The solution that the world needs today can only come from someone's imagination. But the problem we have today is that how many of us are ready to sit down to receive visions and revelations, to receive ideas that can make our world a better place? Listen to me. There are so much that you can produce for your world. You can produce things that are yet, or things that are not yet in existence. You can bring into reality products and services that has never existed anywhere, but those things can only begin from the power of your imaginations. You see, I believe that the cemeteries, like they said, is the most most wealthy place. Why? Because there are a lot of visions and imagination and great thoughts, ideas that men could not invent in their generation and in their world, and they died with those inventions or those thoughts. So I want you to be part of the people in this generation that will say to him or herself that no matter where I have found myself, or no matter the situation of my country, I'm going to make a positive impact through the power of my vision. I'm going to bring out every vision, every good business, every good product, every good service that I've ever imagined to bring into my world, to make the world a better place. I want you to begin to tell yourself, it's high time for me to write that book. I want you to tell yourself, it's high time for you to introduce that product to the world, because your vision or those products and services are already existing in your mind, even as you're listening to me, and the world is waiting for you to bring them to limelight. Now, the second thing I want you to consider before we wrap up concerning the subject of vision, I want you to always ask yourself this question: why should I sleep as a person and wake up the following day? Why should I go to bed and wake up the following morning? I want you to understand that if you don't have a vision, a mental picture of a preferable future for yourself, for your family, for your business, for your organization, for your country, let me use this word. It looks as if maybe you are not supposed to wake up the following day, because I believe that the only reason why every one of us should sleep or go to bed and wake up the following day is because there is something in our imagination, there is something in our minds that we are yet to bring to the world, to make the world a better place. Only for that reason, every one of us deserves to sleep or to go to bed and wake up the following day, because there is still a vision in our minds. I want you to understand this truth today. Many are suffering today because they are not walking in the path of vision. Many are frustrated in life today because they have not been able to tell themselves, this is the tomorrow I want to see, or this is the hope for my living. Many